Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today, I need you to sit down and listen, because what I'm about to tell you could change everything you thought you knew about relationships, about love, and about the very foundation of your future happiness. Most men walk through life blindfolded when it comes to choosing a partner. They think attraction, charm, and fleeting excitement are all that matter. But I'm here to pull that blindfold off and show you the truth. Choosing the wrong partner is not just a minor mistake. It's a silent, slow-burning trap. It can drain your energy, destroy your confidence, and turn your best years into regret-filled memories. You see, women are not just companions. They are mirrors of your own life. The person you select as a partner influences your thoughts, your habits, your ambition, and even your emotional health. One toxic choice can ripple across your career, your friendships, your mental well-being, and yes, even your sense of self-worth. And the worst part? Many men don't see it coming because the warning signs are subtle, hidden in charm, laughter, and occasional vulnerability. Let's be clear. I'm not talking about judging someone superficially. I'm talking about understanding patterns, behaviors, and character traits that dictate whether a woman will elevate your life or quietly consume it. Because every decision in love has a consequence, and these consequences compound over time. Happiness isn't just about being in love. It's about being with someone whose life energy complements yours, whose values align, whose presence enhances the man you are striving to become. Now here's the uncomfortable truth most men refuse to acknowledge. Love alone is not enough. Chemistry fades, passion fluctuates. The woman you choose should make you stronger, not weaker. She should challenge you, inspire you, and even push you out of your comfort zone, not manipulate you, drain you, or dim your fire. And yes, I know it sounds harsh, but if you ignore this, you'll find yourself years down the line, asking yourself why your relationships failed while your potential remained unfulfilled. Tonight, I want you to imagine a life where every choice of partner strengthens your purpose, your ambition, and your confidence. That life is possible, but only if you understand the mechanics of selection, the subtle cues that reveal true character, and the difference between fleeting allure and lifelong alignment. By the end of this video, you'll see exactly why most men fail and how you can break the pattern before it's too late. Let's talk about patterns, because most men completely miss them until it's too late. Patterns are the quiet signals that reveal who a woman truly is when the masks drop. In the beginning, everything feels exciting. Her smile, her attention, her flirtation. But beneath that surface, behaviors repeat. The way she treats waitstaff, how she talks about past relationships, how she reacts when things don't go her way. These are the blueprints of the life she will create with you. And here's the brutal truth. Chemistry can blind you. Attraction can make you overlook red flags, rationalize manipulations, and dismiss warning signs as quirks. But those quirks, they're not quirks. They are patterns, and patterns always repeat. A man who fails to recognize these patterns is like planting seeds in poisoned soil and expecting a healthy tree to grow. You may get a few blossoms of happiness early on, but eventually, the toxicity spreads. You'll feel drained, disrespected, frustrated, and confused. And here's the insidious part. You may convince yourself it's your fault. You may think, if I just loved her harder, if I just gave more, if I just tried differently, this could work. No, that is not love. That is a trap. A strong, emotionally intelligent man learns to see patterns before investing his life, his energy, and his heart. Now, I'm not saying every woman will be perfect, but the women who are right for you will enhance your life effortlessly, not constantly test your patience or weaken your resolve. They celebrate your victories without envy. They communicate without unnecessary games. They respect your boundaries and still inspire you to grow. That's the difference between a life partner and someone who will quietly sabotage your journey while you're busy thinking it's love. Here's a key point most men overlook. Time amplifies choice. A woman who seems harmless or manageable in month 1 may reveal a completely different character in year 3. By then, habits are entrenched, and undoing damage becomes emotionally and financially exhausting. Men who fail to recognize this pay the price in broken trust, lost years, and diminished self-esteem. If you want control over your future happiness, you must learn to see these patterns now, before you invest too much of yourself. Your ability to discern character is not just a skill, it's armor. And once you develop it, you begin to attract women who elevate your life rather than complicate it. Now, let's get brutally honest about the consequences. Choosing the wrong partner doesn't just affect your love life, it seeps into every corner of your existence. Your energy, your focus, your ambitions, even your friendships. Everything takes a hit when the woman beside you drains instead of elevates. Imagine trying to build your dream career while constantly dealing with emotional turbulence at home. Imagine pursuing your goals while feeling small, criticized, or unappreciated. That's not just a relationship problem, that's a life problem. Most men fail to see it because they confuse familiarity with compatibility. They mistake intensity for connection, attention for commitment, and control for love. But here's what the strongest men know. Real partnership is not measured by dramatic highs or the thrill of chasing. It's measured by consistent support, mutual growth, and unshakable respect. The wrong partner turns everyday life into a battlefield. Arguments spiral into resentment. Simple decisions become exhausting. Joy becomes rare. And slowly, imperceptibly, your confidence erodes. Let me paint you a clearer picture. Every day you spend with someone who undermines you, whether through passive aggression, constant criticism, or emotional withdrawal, you are essentially paying a tax on your own potential. It's subtle, almost invisible, until you look back and realize how much of yourself you surrendered. Many men don't even realize they've been compromised until it's too late. That's why selecting a partner is arguably the most important decision you will ever make. It affects your happiness, your financial stability, your personal growth, and even the kind of father or man you become. Here's another harsh truth. Love alone will not fix this. Passion alone will not heal it. You can feel deeply for someone and still be slowly destroyed by their incompatibility. You can endure charm and beauty and still be drained to the point where your potential, your ambition, your energy, your sense of self is no longer recognizable. The wrong partner doesn't just cause heartbreak, they cause quiet, cumulative damage that shapes the rest of your life. So, if you want a life where you feel empowered, fulfilled, and unstoppable, you need more than just attraction. You need insight, discernment, and courage. Choosing wisely isn't optional. It is a responsibility to yourself, to your future, and to every dream you've ever held. Your happiness is not a roll of the dice. It is a series of informed decisions, starting with the person you let into your inner circle. Let's talk about the traits that truly matter, because attraction is fleeting, but character lasts a lifetime. The woman who will elevate you is not defined by beauty alone or charm, but by her emotional intelligence, resilience, and alignment with your values. She understands herself deeply, communicates clearly, and does not play endless games. Her actions match her words, and she consistently chooses honesty over convenience. A man who ignores these traits will find himself trapped in cycles of disappointment, frustration, and exhaustion. Observe how she handles stress. Does she lash out at small inconveniences, blame others for her mistakes, or project her insecurities onto you? These are not minor flaws, they are warnings. Stress is life's true test, and a partner's response to it is a blueprint of their long-term behavior. A woman who responds with composure, empathy, and accountability signals that she can navigate life's challenges with you, rather than against you. Notice how she treats people who cannot benefit her. Someone who respects waitstaff, listens to friends, and shows compassion to strangers reflects a character that will extend to you when life gets complicated. On the other hand, charm directed only at those she wants something from is a red flag, a sign that her loyalty and care are conditional. Evaluate her ambition and purpose. A woman without direction or drive may seem easygoing at first, but over time, her lack of goals can weigh heavily on your energy and aspirations. Conversely, a woman with her own ambitions, who celebrates yours without envy, creates a powerful partnership that multiplies both your potential. Pay attention to emotional stability. Drama that escalates over minor misunderstandings, constant testing of your patience, or guilt-inducing behaviors are not romantic quirks. They are patterns of manipulation. A man who tolerates instability will eventually lose himself trying to stabilize someone else's chaos. Lastly, assess compatibility in values and vision. Do you want the same life? Similar priorities? Alignment in these areas is far more important than physical attraction or temporary excitement. Without it, every victory will feel hollow, every success muted, because at the core, your partnership pulls you in opposite directions. The truth is, selecting a partner is not about luck, it's about observation, discernment, and honesty. The right woman amplifies your life. The wrong one quietly diminishes it. Recognize the difference early, because the longer you wait, the deeper the roots of compromise, resentment, and regret grow. The choice you make today echoes in every future decision, every ambition, and every dream. Now let's get real about the traps most men fall into, the invisible snares that turn a seemingly perfect relationship into silent sabotage. The first trap is charm. A woman can be magnetic, alluring, and attentive, but charm is not character. Men confuse intensity for intimacy, flattery for loyalty, and infatuation for alignment. That initial rush can blind you to subtle manipulations, contradictions in behavior, and warning signs that would be obvious to an objective observer. The second trap is conditional love. Pay attention to patterns of approval and withdrawal. Does her affection fluctuate based on what you do or how you perform? If love feels like something you have to earn daily, it's a red flag. Healthy partnerships are built on stability, trust, and unconditional support, not constant tests and emotional ups and downs that leave you doubting yourself. Third, notice emotional invisibility. Some women will subtly undermine your confidence while maintaining a facade of care. They may make passive comments that plant doubt, diminish your accomplishments, or manipulate situations to keep you apologizing. These behaviors are rarely obvious at first. They are quiet, cumulative, and corrosive. A man who ignores them gradually loses his sense of self, while convincing himself it's love, patience, or compromise. Fourth, beware of misaligned values disguised as flexibility. A woman may say, "I'm easygoing, we can work it out," while internally holding beliefs that clash with your core goals. Over time, these hidden differences manifest as conflict, resentment, and compromises that drain your life force. Men often ignore these signs because they want to believe love conquers all. But love cannot override fundamental incompatibility. Finally, there's the trap of investment without insight. Many men invest money, time, and emotional energy before fully understanding the person they are with. This investment creates inertia, a sense that leaving would be wasteful or emotionally painful. But staying in a relationship that diminishes you for the sake of time invested is one of life's cruelest mistakes. Recognizing these traps is not pessimism, it's preparation. The strongest men approach relationships like a strategic partnership, not a gamble. They observe, discern, and act with clarity. They do not allow charm, emotion, or societal pressure to blind them to patterns that undermine their growth. The women who elevate your life exist, but they are not obvious. They require patience, observation, and courage to recognize. The wrong woman may feel easier at first, but every shortcut in love has a cost, and that cost compounds silently until it dominates your life. Your ability to see these traps now determines whether your future is empowered or regret-filled. Now that you understand the traps, it's time to focus on the roadmap, the blueprint for choosing a woman who elevates your life instead of draining it. This is where most men fail. They look for superficial traits, chase short-term excitement, and ignore the long-term consequences. But the strongest men understand that selecting a partner is a deliberate, strategic decision that shapes every aspect of their future. Start with observation. Watch how she behaves over time, not just in the honeymoon phase. Observe her reactions to stress, setbacks, and challenges. Does she adapt, communicate, and take responsibility? Or does she lash out, blame, or withdraw? These are the moments that reveal true character. Charm fades, looks fade, but patterns endure, and the patterns you recognize now will determine whether your partnership strengthens or undermines you. Next, test alignment in values. Ambition, honesty, family priorities, financial habits, emotional boundaries. These are not negotiable if you want long-term harmony. Compatibility in values is like the foundation of a house. No matter how beautiful the exterior, a weak foundation guarantees eventual collapse. Don't ignore subtle differences or convince yourself they are insignificant. They are far from insignificant. They are the defining factors of long-term happiness. Communication is your compass. A woman who communicates with clarity, honesty, and empathy signals that she can navigate conflict without manipulation. A woman who plays games, twists words, or creates drama signals long-term friction. Emotional stability matters more than excitement. Emotional intelligence trumps beauty every single time. Finally, observe how she supports your growth. Does she celebrate your wins, challenge you in ways that expand your potential, encourage your goals without imposing her own insecurities? The right partner amplifies your life. They are not a weight, but a force multiplier. Choosing a partner wisely requires courage. It's tempting to follow emotions, settle for charm, or convince yourself love conquers all. But love without discernment is the fastest route to regret. Investing your time and energy with the wrong woman is costly. It can cost your confidence, your ambition, and your peace of mind. The men who succeed are the men who see clearly, decide consciously, and refuse to compromise on what matters most. Your partner is not just someone you share life with. They are a reflection of your future. Select wisely, because the wrong choice will silently erode your life, while the right one will elevate it in ways you cannot yet imagine. Now it all comes down to you. This is where most men stumble. They understand patterns, traps, and values in theory, but when it's time to act, fear, comfort, or desire overrides clarity. I'm here to tell you, your future happiness, your energy, and your life's trajectory depend on the choices you make today. Choosing the right partner is not a gamble. It's an equation, a series of deliberate decisions that multiply your potential or quietly diminish it. Ask yourself this: who do you spend your time with? Does she elevate your thoughts, your energy, your purpose? Or does she drain, distract, and diminish you? Do her actions consistently reflect the respect, loyalty, and alignment you need? Or are you rationalizing flaws that will compound over time? These are uncomfortable questions, but uncomfortable questions reveal the truth. Men who avoid them trade fleeting comfort for lifelong regret. Think of this as your personal equation: value of her character, alignment with your goals, energy drained or amplified, future happiness. Every interaction, every decision, every compromise either adds to this equation or subtracts from it. If the result is negative, you are on a path of quiet erosion, regardless of chemistry, affection, or passion. If the result is positive, you are building a life of unstoppable momentum, shared growth, and fulfillment. This is the power of discernment, observation, and courage. You must also own your role. Selecting the right partner is not just about spotting the wrong one. It's about being the man who can attract, recognize, and sustain the right one. Confidence, clarity, ambition, and emotional intelligence are non-negotiable. A strong woman will amplify a strong man, but she will struggle to lift someone who is already weakened by indecision, insecurity, or desperation. So, I challenge you. Reflect deeply, observe ruthlessly, decide consciously. Your happiness, your peace, and your future success are not accidents. They are built on the choices you make about the person you allow into your inner circle. Now here's something I want you to do. Calculate your own equation, value of her character, X alignment with your goals, energy drained or amplified, and write the answer in the comments. Take responsibility for your own future. Like, subscribe, and share this video with a friend who needs to hear this, because clarity is contagious.